All right, this is week 2, day 6, and we'll be starting the night session here. So right now you can see the market is definitely in a downtrend. I would expect it to drift down. So we're going towards this action point right here, where there's, you see the pivot here, right here, right here. So right here. Since it's nighttime, I usually go a little bit heavier. Price cycle wise, we'll measure it. You see here, it's 4 points. This one's 10, 8, 9, 10. So since we're in a $6,000 account now, we reached that mark. We're gonna up it to 0.02 or 0.06. I mean, all right, and we'll start trading. So as your account size grows, you want to scale your lot size per trade, and if you do the same number of trades, then it's now become scalable and sustainable. You're practicing as far as how to go into it. Now, let's see here, consolidation wise, don't really have a great one. So here's 1, 2 price cycles. Here's 1, 1.5-ish. 1, 2, 2 on this side, and then 1.5 on the other side. So I think this is right here is a good. So based on this, I would think prices will probably come up some before it bounces down. Or it could go all the way down like that, straight down to that next action point. Okay, with that, let's start trading. This is not... Alright, so let's go ahead and do some 2 TPs here. There it is. And based on this right here, I expect it to bounce up. You can kind of see it's bouncing right here. So I'm just gonna exit out of my cells there, and I start buying. Buying here. Come back to the break there. Yeah, I know on the 15-minute and the 5-minute this is strong sells, but based on where we're at in the price cycles, it should go up. It's safer to be buying at the end of a price cycle than it is to be continue selling. It is a pretty strong sell-off though. It's just that here's the slower trend line, right? And typically when it diverges like this, where it speeds up, it will usually come back to touch the slower one. And there it is. See it turning up, then wouldn't drop further. And I'm just holding on to my 0 TPs and adding some 2 TPs here. On the 5-minute, this is showing a reversal pattern. It has not turned on the 15 though, so we're just adding very lightly. We're only in 6 trades. This is not a good sign. That's a doji on the 5-minute, which means it should turn up here. Here it is. Now it's going up. How far up? Well, let's find the doji here. This one on the 15-minute, you see the dojis, and look at that resistance trend line. So that's what I would expect it to do. Even though this is a nighttime drift, just based on where prices moved, this right here hitting the resistance should drop some. It's also the price cycle. So, but I do not want to be selling right now. I want to be in the current buy position. You can see on the 15-minute there's a move enough. There's an inside candle reversal pattern. So there it is. There's a drop because there's that end of the price cycle. Now I recycle my buys. So the TP there is not great. So added more here. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it's turned down there, and this is a continuation pattern down. We don't really have a lot of room for sales because we're right here. So we're just gonna fix our buys if prices continue to go down. One more cycle. And there it is, it's turning. The fact that it didn't touch the bottom pivot is a good sign for reversals. Okay, now 15-minute is definitely a reversal pattern because it's an inside candle. And on the 5 you're seeing it the reverse up. So there it is. And then this is where I'm going to peel off some of my top trades. Just to reduce. There it is. Close, close, close. Close, close, close. So we only had one trade at the bottom. Not great. But I'm going to go ahead and secure it right here. Just because this right here is now a consolidation, and if it consolidates like here, we're likely to turn down because of how this entered. If it had entered like up like this and consolidated, more likely to go up, but since it entered down, more likely to continue down. So let's draw the price cycles again. There it is. You see it's dropping. Still 50-50-ish. You know, room to go down from here because this is the doji area, right? The next one though is what I'm gonna do is turn off the sync here. It keeps drawing the new candle, so I would expect it to reach this level before it tries to go, you know, lower. But this is what I was referring to, that it's consolidating and going down right here. Should I buy here again? Not really, because this is a continuation pattern, and it's not. It could though, because you know we could have a W shape here, like that. It's just I'm waiting it out. I could have been selling right here because I saw the signs and I got out of my buys, but I was trying to track this chart, and there it is. It's bouncing again. So on the 15-minute, this is a doji, which is a reversal pattern. Or sorry, 5-minute. And then the 15 minute, this is a doji but slightly down, so I don't like it. But based on this price action on the 1 minute, if it fails to cross this 50% lower, then we're going up. So I'm going to buy into this. 10, so 10 0 TPs. There's some 2 TPs there. So for 22. So it drops some, not great on the 5 minutes. It's a doji right now, but it's still up. This might be an exhaustion bar. On the 15 minute, this is showing continuation down. So what we'll do is consider hedging or peeling off some. I don't want to stop loss it just because it should bounce on the next one. And the fact that it didn't go any further and this is not negated is a strong sign for the bulls. And there it is, it's going up. So this right here was negated. It's though it was never happened. So we should start seeing prices going up and that W kind of forming. At least to here, right here, where our TPs are. But most likely, because this is now the doji up, continuing to here, like I mentioned earlier, which is the pivot resistance. It's also the break, and it meets the slower trend. All right, so there we got some good profits, and now we're gonna secure all of our trades. So we got 1-ish lots. I'm gonna secure it right here. And as prices move up, we'll keep securing. How far will it move up before bounces? Well, let's look at price cycle. We're not quite there yet, but this might be the last of it. And there it is. So price is likely to bounce here as far as, you know, come back. So I'm going to secure it tight, and you can see it's starting to turn here. So I'm going to just go ahead and exit. And you can see it as far as what I was referring to. Price is reaching the break right here. It's not quite reached the trend line, the slower trend line. So it could continue up like that. Well, so that means I close out on my buys a little bit premature right there because the body did not close below. It's just, you can see a major wick there. So big rejection. M5 right now is forming the reversal pattern because this is an inside candle. But on the 15 it's still up. So the point is we'll probably expect like this. Come down some. So I'll be selling in here. And you can start seeing it, it's wanting to touch the slow trend line. I did a light sell right there just because it's still going up. But I don't want to be buying here because we don't really have enough room. See, from here to here, 1.6-ish. To here, not that much. So that's why I don't want to be buying right at the top. I'd rather be buying here, like that. So on the pullback like this, I'm actually buying. And I'm going to close on my sell here. And here I don't want to be doing zero TP for buys because I think prices will reverse down, so I'm doing fixed TPs. Basically adjusting these top ones down here for the break right at the pivot. There it is. Let's make an easier pivot than it is to break for this one. This could be losing buys just because look on M5 this is turned. On the M15 this is still up. It's not quite a reversal pattern yet. See, the body is almost matching. And now this one's good sign for the bulls because it's turning doji. So these bottom ones are actually gonna. Alright. So what I expect, it's more like this. But sometimes if you cannot break the 50%, there it is. See, all of our buys are profitable. I could exit out right here, but there it is. TP'd it, and now I will start building it to myself. There it is. It touched the trend line, the slower trend line. And sometimes when it touches like that, it could also cross. So if we're measuring this move, it could cross this much, which is basically 2 price cycles. And right at the top here. And I drew the body, the trend line based on this right here, based on the bodies. You can draw however you want, but if I draw it based on the bodies like this, we actually have a little bit more room to go, which is right here, this opposing pivot. So here I don't want to be adding buys because it's basically at the end. And this right here looks like the end of it. So now I'm gonna looks like the apex is forming here. It already retouched once as far as this line, and now it's coming back down. So I'm gonna add some 2 TPs here. Go here. Basically 20 trades. Some of this I'm going to pull down some just for extra profits. So half of them are right at the top, which is great for the action point right here. And the other is at the bottom of the action point. There it is. You can see it's starting to turn down. On the 5-minute it's dojing, which is a good sign. On the 15-minute though, this is still a strong buy. We have not seen inside candle yet. So what could happen is it comes to here, bounces, and goes up some still. There it is. It's about to TP. This is a continuation right here. This one might be the reversal. It might be the there it is. So then I recycle my 2 TPs here. But this is what I was referring to, that it could still bounce up just because on the 15-minute it has not turned yet. This one though looks like it might be turning inside candle. So good sign of a reversal right here. And the fact that it could not break 50% of this is even better sign. So I like to do 2 TP fix just to get extra profits. because prices doesn't move in one straight move, it moves up and down kind of thing. So this is not good because it's not yet passing 50%, but this candle is good, especially if it can really come and TP here, right here, which means, hey, we're going down, continuing at least to here before it bounces up, maybe something like this, like that. So here I'm gonna go ahead and add some, recycle them, and then this is great pattern because on the 15 minutes turn it's doji down, 5 minutes down, so that's why I'm adding more to my trades. And this is a good opportunity, so could add more, but I'm gonna follow my rules and just stay within my number of trades. Alright, so TP there, but it's not dropping more, which is not a good sign for sells. That it actually could bounce up like that, see? And right here I have a decision to make, you know, I don't like the wick right here, but it's being negated, so that's why I'm holding on to sells. There we go. So now I'm going to recycle my trades for 2 TPs. These ones are not that great because it's on the other side of this wick here, this pivot. So I'm going to move it up slightly just to make it easier. And see, it's not passing, it's not reaching the full price cycle, so it's actually not a good sign. You see this is doji up now, and this is doji up. So this is what I was referring to. So if I had added really heavily right here, then I don't have the bullets to fix my trades here. See, it's turned up. Well, still not in any panic mode, because we're basically retesting this. This could be a double top. I'm going to recycle 0 TPs here, but you can see the drawdown. I'm eating into half of my profits right now. Okay, this is why I follow my rules for risk management. And right here I also have the option to hedge. Not so much here, this is not the best place to buy, but if I felt it like right here, I could have been buying here and hedging, but I'm not in any bad position to do that. I'm still in profit overall, and overall this market pattern is still down. It's a nighttime drift of down. There it is. It's turning back. Delete all. Not good here. That it's coming up again. But this is what I was referring to earlier about reaching this point and reaching the slower trend. So we're gonna add some cells here. And now we're eating all of our profits. And now even the drawdown. So we're in about 2-ish lots, which is not too heavily. It's basically normal trading. And it goes all the way up to here, which is the doji area. So I would be selling right here because it's very likely to come back to here. If this breaks the trend line though, well, this is about it. It's still going. So we have a chance that it could be going all the way to this. But I'm adding cells here very heavily because there's a high chance of it coming to here. Alright, 5 minutes forming the reversal pattern right here. Now we have the opposite, which is prices has gone like this low, and now it's diverged up. Should come back down to test the slower trend, which is right in here. So we want to get out break even right there if prices does not continue. So here I'm adding heavily, and I'm in a fix it mode, so we're 4 lots. Well, technically more because we're 0.06, so 80 times 0.06 is 4.8 lots, and that's just because we have to fix our trades. I expect prices to come back down though, just based on the price cycle. Like if we measure, let's just say this one for price cycles. Let's see, it's right at the end of it. From the break here to the top. There it is. Should touch our TPs. And the reason I have the TPs is that in case prices doesn't go farther, and sometimes I could recycle like in this area here, but it didn't move enough for me to recycle. Alright, on the 15 minute it's forming the reversal pattern. On the 5 minute it's forming a strong sell. So these cells here, I'm actually gonna drag the targets down because we need extra profits. This is a continuation pattern right now. So I'm watching the candles, that's how it forms. This is continuation. This is not good. It's flickering here. Oh, it hit. And there it is. We'll break even. We actually think touch profit, small profit. And we're waiting though. This is continuation pattern. So once it forms the reversal, like this is wicking. So that we're just gonna get out here, break even. Well, slight loss right here. Well, we should continue down. So you see on the 15 minute it turned, and 5 minutes we still got more room to go, so I'm holding. This is not really closed above this candle, so I'm holding for just a little bit more extra profits, dragging it slightly down. Oh, there it is, and we're in profit. I'm gonna go ahead and exit, break even, because we don't know if market is changing at this point. So we take the opportunity to get out. It's not great to do break even, but I mean we already made our profits, so, and we did make a little bit of profit on that. But this is the stuff that you try to avoid, you know, because I mean, how much did I risk? A lot for very little, right? But overall, we did fine because how much did we risk? It's probably a 1-to-1. It's still going down, so since this is still going down, we're at the action point though where it bounces. So I would wait for it to bounce right here, come up something like this. There it is. But if it can't break above this, then we'll go down again. But if it goes up, you see here on the 5 minutes going up, doji hasn't turned the 15 up. There it goes. Boom, pops. And then 15 minutes turning into doji. So I'm basically doing the fib of this move. If you cannot cross 50% right here, like this, and it closes above, or sorry, below this candle, then we're going back down. So there, just wait for a minute. It's popping down. Just making sure that it doesn't pop up like, yeah, right there, boom. So with that, we're probably going up again. But on the 5 minute, you can see it has not crossed 50%, and we're going down. So this is definitely a down pattern. It's turned doji on the 5 minute, and it never turned the 15 minute into like a doji. So then I smacked on a bunch of 2 TPs there for some quick profits, and I expect it to come to the bottom of this right here. And we're right at support right here too. So this one might be the last of it, or it might continue based on if you can break that pattern or not. And it does, so we're gonna exit. All right, so that, I think we're done with the trading. See how much we made. Drawdown again, not great. It was 59.49 minus 2.2, and then 62.51, 55. We made 2.75, so it was a 1-to-1 ratio basically. How long did it take? Let's see here. Traded. Wow, 4.5 hours. So with the time lapse, it's hard to tell. So not great, 0.62 or 0.61% an hour. Basically, we should have gone to bed right here, but we were fixing trades here, so it took longer. And all right, with that, good luck with your trading. We still made a good profit. Just took a little bit longer to fix, and out of curiosity, I'm going to fast forward in time and see what happens. Just based on this and how it's trending up, I would think it's going up. Okay. And look at that, negates, doji down. So because this is like this now, turn off the account history so we can see. So 1, 2, 3. It's really hard to tell. It looks like an M forming, but it could be a W as well. M right here, like this. You know, if this continues, then it's an M. But if it stops right here, then it's a W. So looks like the M. There it is, comes down. So that's what I would have expected, was that it was gonna retouch this bottom one right here. It's just that we never got to see it, right? Because we were saying, hey, end of the night session, go to sleep, somewhere right in here. Could I have done some limit trades, you know, like right here with TPs right here? Sure, but it's a risk. So I'd rather be secure and safe rather than take a risk. With this, will it break this though? Usually in the night it won't. What I've seen is it will break it, come back, and then come back in. See, it's coming back in, and then it is going down some, but look at that. So it did consolidate quite a while right here. But because of this breakdown in this, I would now expect this to go down to here. Well, it's already touched it, so now this one. Oh, it consolidated. So this is the turn. You see the 15 minutes turn. So because of this, I would think it's going up now. Coming back to this consolidation zone. Says, hey, I don't want to go down this low. It's retouching it. 0, 1, 2, 3. Probably break it this time. What I'm doing is counting number of times it touches. 1, so 0. The first one setting it up. 1, 2, retest. 3. Looks like the third time. But nope. See, look at that. We went up. Now this is, you know, 0, 1, 2. We're going up. There it is. It breaks up some. And we're just in consolidation. It's probably going down again. This might be it though. There it is. 0, 1, 2, 3 this time. I think it will go down to here. Nope. Totally rejected. And there it is. Woo! Let's talk about fake out. It went down, and this is probably news. It typically doesn't jump like that when it's a news. But it definitely was saying, hey, I want to stay in this price range. Yeah, and there's a reversal. Wow, that's a huge turn though. So yeah, this is definitely news. All right, with that, good luck with your trading.